Hey everybody, thanks for watching Peace, Love, and Guns. My name is Will, and today we have a very special treat for you indeed. Today, my longtime friend Justin is going to be assembling his very first AR-15. This is going to be a pistol build. Everything that we install today is going to be safe according to the legal environment of the U.S. as well as the laws of Texas and our locality, as well as YouTube's community guidelines on firearms. So no suppressors, no giggle switches, no bump stocks, nothing like that.
Nothing illegal.
So everything is going to be completely good to go, and we're going to show you Justin's build here, which I advised on a little bit, and this is my personal build here. It's my AR pistol platform, and you know, we're here just to bring you a little bit of love and peace today. And yeah, make sure to comment, like, subscribe, share, all of those wonderful things.
Make sure you like
down
it
below.
All right, so what do you want to start off with first? Wanna bring out the lower? Or
Bring out what you got. Yeah. So so the lower of the AR-15 is kind of the engine, so to speak. It is the serialized part. This is already manufactured, so we're doing no manufacturing today. We will be assembling the normal legal parts that are acceptable for YouTube's community guidelines into this lower. But here we have an Aero Precision lower here.
Yep.
And go ahead, yeah, I'm gonna let you do the honors.
you can go ahead and
a little bit of an unboxing. Aero Precision makes nice stuff according to my experience and the experiences of my friends. And so this was something that, I recommend. What I kind of noticed about it is that it's got really nice smooth lines. Everything's kind of melted in. There's nothing sharp on it. And you got that nice little Texas logo with the star cutout, as well as the nice cutouts for the semi and the safe positions for the selector.
Next we'll go ahead and bring out the kit for the lower. Also by Aero Precision. Got the, you know, fire selector, pins, springs, triggers, you know, everything you need, and whatever you want to call that.
Standard A2 pistol grip with a standard A2 trigger guard. That's not going to be necessary because the Aero Precision lower has the trigger guard molded or forged into the aluminum lower there. It's nice because if we were to put this on there, not that we're going to use this particular unit, but there's no biting area there. So Magpul had their enhanced trigger guards, and sometimes you have to put something down in there so that it covers that hole up so you don't get pinched by this little sharp piece. But yeah, this is really nicely done there.
So since we're on the subject of the pistol grip, went ahead and got a Magpul Gen 1 mission adaptable grip. I opt out for olive drab. Now this is fully customizable.
You got a little bit of a front strap checkering. You can put in the finger groove there for the front of it. Some people don't like that, so it allows you to remove it and replace it with a flat one.
Which we have all here in the parts. So this is the other one compared to, it's got that little finger groove there. Also comes with the oil bottle located in the grip itself.
That's a nice touch because I've purchased Magpul grips before and they don't come with the inserts. So this is nice that it has that with it. I didn't know they were doing that. Yeah. So sometimes they come with, there's a thing that has a place for like 2 AA batteries. There's an insert storage for CR123 batteries. And then there's one that holds like 2 or 3 5.56 or 2.23 rounds in the bottom of it, which is a little bit goofy. But
I'm sure you might be able to swap those out, maybe if you wanted to.
This is totally cool, though. I like having that, being able to have the maintenance on the gun. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I believe there's actually extra storage inside the gun itself, so I think you could possibly get away with putting some stuff in there.
Yeah.
The back part comes off as well. I already replaced this one with this one. Had a little bit more angles on the inside here, so it fit on the receiver end right here a little bit better, and then contoured these lines here. It just felt a little better, so I went ahead and switched those out already.
It's nice that Magpul, they don't just make a grip, they make it so that you can kind of fit it to the rifle, go with the lines of the rifle.
So yeah, the other one, the lines, this groove right here, it wouldn't fully like sit. I think it's just,
no, that looks clean.
it felt like it was more
And
of
it
a
feels
gap.
good. It's got a little bit of swell to it.
Well, next part, angle foregrip. Since it is a pistol configuration, again, I went auto jab. Next item, I guess I should go ahead and bring out some, I don't know, KAK? Is that how you say it? KAK brace?
KAK, Shockwave.
Shockwave
KAK.
2.0, adjustable. Still within the ATF guidelines for a pistol. This time around, bring a couple goodies out. So we got the standard Aero precision buffer tube and spring and all that. Came with the kit, you know, the pistol kit. Will not be needing the tube, obviously. I'm doing that different stuff. We got some little upgrades here. I already have.
Highly recommended by Peace, Love, and Guns. Yours truly. The Radian Raptor charging handle is supremely awesome. It provides an awesome tactile feel. It doesn't add a whole lot of extra weight to the gun. It's completely ambidextrous. They feel really good. They've cut no corners. It's like the difference between having like a nice short throw clutch, clutch lever, your clutch pedal action. It's what connects you to the gun. And that said, the Radian Talon
Fire Selector.
Fire Selector. That thing is awesome.
This is what the, I guess, advertisement would be.
Yeah, that's what I've got on this unit here. Not only does it just feel excellent, it allows either a 90-degree or a 45-degree short throw with the same safety barrel on the unit. It has decent, nice looks to it. You can get in a number of colorations, Cerakoted colorations, but it requires no Allen keys or screws to hold this ambidextrous selector lever in. It's all ball detents and dovetails.
Yeah.
It's just very well designed.
It's really good. Not only that, you can get any size length. So they got a small length, a standard, and a long. I opt for a two-piece kit to get a small and a long, and I have a medium already, so kind of all sizes to kind of vary. And they have a four-piece if you want, 4 different sizes, vice versa. Mine are OD, because that's what I'm rocking. Can't forget the KAK stickers and all the fancy stickers. You got Aero Precision down here, you got Radian, KAK.
Oh, very good.
Very good. Let's try to, see. I don't know if we got enough room here. We got a couple more goodies. It's just a sling attachment, quick attach for M-lock. Also have some Magpul flip-up sights, front and rear. Of course, you gotta have those. Came with a little key tool. You know, of course, you need that to adjust your stuff and be able to put it on. It's like a little screwdriver here. Next. Hey, look at that.
What you got there?
Made in China, light. This is my weapon.
Feiachi. Okay,
Feiachi.
that's interesting. So
That's
I didn't advise him on this. This is hilarious because
Nope.
there's some questions going on within the small gun tuber channel community. They actually do a lot of marketing through small YouTube channels. A lot of my friends in the small gun tuber community get this stuff for free to try out.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to know what you think of it, honestly, because you paid for it.
Yeah. I paid for it with my own.
Not to
own
suggest
money.
that my small gun tuber friends aren't honest. We have a really nice, tight-knit community, and there's a lot of good data that comes out of the community. But sometimes, and I admit this when I do, sometimes I admit this on my own videos where I do reviews. It's difficult to be completely unbiased when you're doing reviews. So it'll be interesting to see how much shit Justin talks about his Feiachi light. But by all accounts, they are Chinese manufactured.
What you get, what you pay for.
Yeah, but what I've found, and what people tend to say is that they work, and there's just that fear that maybe there is some copying of intellectual property from U.S.-made companies and whatnot. But yeah, Fiachi, interesting that you wound up getting that.
With the Fiachi Light, I just kind of looked at reviews and stuff, and just kind of found something in my price range that seemed like it wasn't too cheap, but not too expensive. Just something to kind of get on the gun and work and see how it works out and go from there.
What's interesting about this stuff, about kind of like the cheap Chinese knockoffs, is typically, in my experience, they work pretty good. And for something, definitely the argument can be made that they're copying intellectual property, but nothing ever comes close to providing the value that a lot of these things do, like being rechargeable, having the charger with it, having the switch with it, having the
camera and everything.
Yeah, like
the mounting. A
lot of American companies, they struggle to have the same feature sets. So it's interesting. I hate to think, I don't like the idea of someone stealing someone's IP if that's what's going on. And I suspect in some cases it definitely is.
Of course, you're going to have some mags. So we got some P-mags. Gen 3, here's a 40 rounder compared to your standard 30 rounder. Yeah, boy.
Those are handsome. I do like me some Gen 3 40 rounders. Get that banana clipazine. Hey, there you go.
Look at that. In the box, as you can tell, EOTech.
This looks familiar to me.
Yeah, I wonder why.
So I had this very unit was on on my very first AR-15. It was the Ruger SR556, the first, I believe, commercially available piston-driven gun, and that's an EOTech 512, I believe.
Yep.
And it's Duracoated olive drab green by Magpul, and yeah, and that was on that weapon system. It went to my friend's dad, and now my friend has it. Another friend has it. So
a couple friends down.
It breathes new life into this unit, so it's great. I love it. And
even though I have this
Spark
that came with a kit that I bought.
Make sure to comment, like, subscribe, share all of those wonderful things down below because we're giving this away. He just gave this to me. No, I'm just kidding.
I might see what to do with that.
That's a great weapon sight as well. The Spark.
Yeah, the
dot
Spark
sight. It's excellent. 2 MOA.
2 MOA.
2 MOA minute of angle dot on it.
Yeah, and then I mean it's nice. It's got all the. It's got.
It's
good
light.
reviews.
It's lighter. It's lighter than this.
Yeah, it's a little taller. But yeah, it's got its ups and downs. I haven't seen anything really bad about it on YouTube or anything.
They're great. By all accounts, they're great.
Probably need the main part of the gun. One of them. Go ahead and grab that down there. Ooh, your turn now. So.
I just realized what you're talking about. I was like smiling, like, yeah, I'm gonna help. I didn't realize there was a innuendo.
Innuendo. So we went PSA. I don't. Palmetto Arms. Upper receiver. This one is the M-Lock integrated front grip with their muzzle flash thing.
Yeah, what it is it's a flash can. So it's a linear muzzle device, which is going to send the concussion forward and help to reduce some flash and whatnot. It's probably going to be a fireball thrower any way you spin it.
More or less. It's just 10.5-inch barrel. Pistol length again. Everything on this build is according to a pistol, according to the laws. This is an MPI tested, pressure tested, everything bolt, full auto bolt. There's been a lot of stuff on PSA's
full auto rated bolt.
Yeah.
Nothing about it is full auto.
It's just rated if you wanted to go full auto, which I am.
If it were on a select fire lower.
And there's been a thing about them not being quality control and having a couple things here and there, like the stakes. A lot of the stakes aren't really done that well on the bolts up top. The stakes on this do look pretty good and don't look like they're...
Yeah, they look very well staked as far as stakes are concerned.
Yeah, and the coatings...
For those of y'all that don't know what we're talking about here with that is, when they say they're talking about staking the bolt carrier group, the screws that are right there holding on the gas tube area of that component, you can see there's little notches, and they actually take a chisel and they smash those with a hammer, and it prevents that screw from rotating out. So staking those helps keep this operable and not have a failure prematurely.
And I haven't really heard anything too bad about it. Just the
I
carriers.
know a lot of people that are very happy with PSA rigs. You can spend a lot more money and get not that much more quality. Fact of the matter is, get yourself a freaking AR-15. Get one, and then worry about
all
how
the other stuff.
great it is. You're not gonna do bad by getting yourself a mil-spec AR.
Standard Radian Raptor. Pretty cool.
Highly recommended.
Ambidextrous, as you could tell, it's ambidextrous. Bigger.
What drew me to these guys originally is on a lot of ambidextrous units, there's kind of a button here that you've got to press in order to unlock the other side. None of this kind of goofy stuff. You can hit it from either side. You can claw it from either side, and you can see that on the one side it just unlocks the tab, and on the other side it pulls it up.
He recommended it, so I opted out to get it.
Which is great. You should listen to everything that I say. I'm never wrong.
Yeah. Listen to
comment,
what
like,
says.
subscribe, share.
All right, so there's pretty much everything on the
May I take
table.
a look at this?
Yeah. Have at it.
Oh, dude, that's slender. That feels good.
It's supposed to be nice, and the grip is actually removable, so you can remove this whole front section off.
And so it is free floated.
Yeah, and
So
it is
that's
a free
good.
floating barrel.
Let's take this off. We don't need this.
It's on there. I tried taking it off a little bit, but it's on there. It's right in here.
Ooh, and it's got a taper to it. So the inside of it is kind of funnel shaped. So
really?
it's not a straight cylinder.
Oh yeah,
Let's see,
I
it funnels out.
didn't really.
So that's going to be helpful, like a Krinkov AK-47, where it's kind of conical. It's intended to send the sound out, and that kind of helps that keep it away from the people to the left and to the right of you at the range, and your buddies when you're operating. Oh, that's so nice, guys. That is, I mean,
That's dry and it's smooth.
nice. Oh man, that just look at that.
I mean, it's nice. Definitely worth it. So it looks like we got.
That's the upper. I mean, the upper's pre-built. No shame there. This is all basically Legos anyway. People get a big old hard on about I built this AR and blah blah blah. It's like, okay, well you put a pre-built. Yeah, it's big kid Legos. There's a little bit more that goes into it if you stake your own bolt carrier, or if you put you pin on your gas block and put your gas tube in. That stuff's all relatively easy as well. But a pre-built upper, no shame in that game, guys. Get yourself an AR-15.
That's the point.
It's your right as an American to have an AR-15. America's rifle. So
America.
Let's do this. Let's get this.
Yeah, I guess we
get
should
this
go
going.
ahead. I guess first thing we need to do is put the lower out together.
No, man, you're doing the hard stuff. So let's go ahead and where's your buffer tube at?
You want to do it? Did you want to do the upper first and get everything?
No. That's the fun stuff at the end.
Necessities.
So
got the buffer tube.
It just goes right here, and we gotta have this on there. It goes this way. So this is where you would use this is a castle nut because it's got the crenellated tip on it.
To adjust it or tighten it.
We're just gonna screw that down like so.
Twist, twist, twist.
So I've never used one of these before, and
that's
what
I was saying.
I like a lot. So this is the KAK Shockwave pistol brace
2.0.
Arm pistol brace, not to put on your shoulder, but if you do, it's not illegal. But they flip-flopped on that a couple times. But that's really awesome that's adjustable for that forearm brace. And we're just going to screw that castle nut in. This guy right here goes along this channel. That dimple is going to go along that channel and in all the way.
Kind of locks into like a key lock.
And we're just going to screw this bad boy in. And you see we don't want that overriding. This is what we want right here.
What's that spring for?
I believe that's it right there. I believe that's for the cup there. Push that dimple down. That dimply boy. That's what holds this in. It's literally its only purpose. Then this plate drops down, and you screw the castle nut in. And this is where you get an armorer's wrench, and you tighten it down.
That little thing holds that in, huh?
That's it.
It slams.
It does make contact. You will see marks go around the end of the buffer there, but yeah, that's that.
Bags, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna want that. We're gonna want that. We're gonna want that and that. All right, you need that for the trigger. That is the trigger, and we're gonna DOS blinking lights and. Okay, here we go. Here we have our disconnector. That gets oriented there. Alright, so here we go. We're doing two different checks here. So, does the hammer lock on the sear? So the sear is the big...
Right there, where it grabs that.
Yep.
In here.
There. So that's the sear surface. So it does. When we pull the trigger, does it release? It does. Okay, and you want to make sure when you're doing trigger testing kind of shit, you do not want your hammer to smack your receiver because it'll damage your receiver. So don't just dry fire that onto that. The rifle itself, when it's put together, can handle dry firing, but the receiver cannot. And then the other test is, the point of the disconnector is, when you shoot, the action cycles so quickly, the trigger is still held down by the time that the bolt returns and the hammer is forward. So it should lock. And that just did. It took quite a bit of pressure. But when we let go, the disconnector should release and it should catch on the sear. There it goes. Bang. Yep, so go ahead and take out your Radian stuff. We'll keep it separate. So this is what I like about the Radian. Okay, so we drop the spring, the detent for the selector into the handle there. Then we can go ahead and put the handle up. You'll see that that pops out through the little hole right there inside where the barrel for the safety goes. You see that hole in there? Mm-hmm. It's going to just kind of rest there. So that's where we're going to put this little guy right there. He's just going to sit right on top like that. And do we want the 45-degree throw?
I don't know. You know how that feels, the difference?
Yeah, so this is the 45-degree throw. We gotta have the action back. 45-degree throw. The 90-degree throw would be like this.
90.
All the way down. Yeah. Straight down vertically.
I like 40. 45. Yeah, because I mean, I don't want to... If it goes down too low, it's going to be... If it's all the way down, it's going to be hitting my finger. And I think you have the same size Talon I got.
It's the same. I have the two longs.
Yeah, see?
I like the two longs. Okay, so we'll just slide this down so that the detent comes out. Yeah. And then we've got, you see you got the two marks that are 45, two marks that are 90. So the 45s will go here. There we go. And this is what I like about this guy. You're going to drop this guy in there. Put that boy down there. Okay. And we've not used any tools so far.
Not at all.
And then so you want the short on this side? Yeah, this is what's cool about this. We drop these guys in, little detents, and we slide this on, and we just push this detent down. You can do it. There we go. That side is on. Oh, it's so Here we go. I'm only going to do that 15 more times. So this is what I find really compelling about the Radian Talon selector levers. Not only do you have a 90-degree or 45-degree short throw on the same barrel, they come with kits with various Cerakoted colors as well as different lengths, allowing you to customize to your exact preference. It's a completely, I don't want to say it's completely toolless because you have to remove the grip in order to get that barrel in and whatnot. But on both sides, the installation of the levers is the same. You have very nicely cut dovetails, and it dovetails into the barrel on this. So we just slide this on. We push down this detent. It has a spring on it, and it's actually captured. There is a little lip on the inside that spring is connected to. We set that down into the hole. We push it down, and we push that on over top, and that is installed. It's solid. It doesn't weeble wobble all around. When you want to get it off, it's just as simple as pushing down on the detent, sliding this back, and then making sure that we don't let that rocket off into space.
No spring.
Yeah, don't let the spring rocket off into space. But that's it. That's how you get that off. And this is as simple as it is to get on. This, guys, this is the way to do a selector lever. No BS Allen keys, no BS screws, nothing to Loctite, nothing to strip out, nothing to waller out the connections on the Allen tip. This is the way to do a selector lever. Nice, crisp action, grade A, 100%, super awesome. Highly recommend these on all builds.
And the color matches all the other.
Yep, and it matches your Magpul color schemes and whatnot. They also have some race car reds and stuff like that, which is fun. So
there you go.
I love it. Oh man, it's so good, dude. I'm so happy you bought that. You're gonna be so pleased with it. So this is your bolt catch. So this is a nice thing that Aero Precision does. On AR-15s for a long time, these are roll pinned, and this is. I mean, look at the expense that they had to go to make this part. It's a pin with an Allen key threads on it. Typically, I hate Allen keys and whatnot, but I like them better than I like roll pins. So this is a smart iteration of that, and yeah, this is just gonna drop right on down in there like that, and this is called Let's Try and Break the Spring If We Can. Yeah, there's an indentation in there, so we'll go ahead and put that in there. Let's just go ahead and do that. This is called Controlling What We Can when everything else seems out of control. Bite this dick, you cunt. Okay. Okay, so we want that to not come out all the way. Oh, let's go one more turn, what do you say? I like what you got going on here, Justin. I really do. I really do. I hate Allen keys. They are the f***ing worst thing ever. I mean, that's how it's supposed to work right there. Pin? Yeah, it's better than roll pins, for sure. Yeah. There's that. There's that. There's that. There's that. And there's that.
What's this again? Oh, release.
Bolt release.
Bolt release?
Yeah, when the mag follower comes up, it pushes that up. And then when you pop that, it brings that down and releases the bolt.
I was wondering how. I was thinking about that because I was watching videos of people shooting, then bam, and then you start going. I'm like, you didn't even do anything. Like, what did you do? And that's what it is. There's a little button there.
That's why I use this.
I haven't shot an AR for a while.
I can lock it back. When you do it, you're going to have to do this. You're going to have to push and rack to lock it back. For me, I can rack right here, and then when it's locked back, it'll be like this. I can drop in put a new mag in, and then I slap that, and it'll ching, ready to go.
Where do you get those?
If I'm not mistaken, that's called a tactical link. I actually think I got it on Amazon. They may or may not sell them anymore, and they have them in all the different Magpul colorations. For the record, we're talking about the Tactical Link Battery Assist device. I like it a lot. People get weird that they have something inside the trigger guard. In general, you don't want anything inside the trigger guard, but I make an exception for this. I rather like it. It enables me to stay relatively on fire control, manipulate the weapon, double feed, lock it back, clear, new ammo in, slap it down, and then you're ready to go. Like it a lot. We need these are captured pins, so there should be little guys for these here. Behave. Get in there, you. Ooh. There we go. It looks like it's a piece of brass. Why is it magnetic? Piece of shit. Get in there, you. Alright, let's go ahead and put this in there. Yeah. Okay. Get the in there. That one's captured. Alright, now let's figure out this. This is stupid.
Yeah, I know.
There's gotta be a better way. Push, little one, push.
Push. Push. Very good. God. Push. Come on. Come on.
Look at that. About time. We had a little trouble here with some pins. We won't go over that.
Nope, we sure won't.
Get to the next part of the equation here.
The fun part of the equation.
Yeah, putting all this stuff together and nifty gifty.
You ever done this before, guy?
Nope. But I can try.
Looks like he's got it there, fellas.
Oh yeah, that's nice. Oh yeah.
Let me take a look at this guy. Oh yeah, this feels really good.
It's
okay, so
nice,
a function
dude.
check.
Slim. It's slim.
Safety appears to work. We're gonna rack the action. Dry fire. With the trigger still held down, rack the action. Check disconnector. Release trigger. Disconnector's clicking over and fires. Does the safety work? Safety on. Safety appears to work.
What's the thing? It looks like a toy gun. Small. It's light.
It's very light.
It's slim, dude. I mean, just the grip and stuff is not big and bulky. You know what I mean? It's like, I like the lines on it. Floating barrel.
Yeah, I mean, yours has definitely got a really slender kind of feel to it. Really light. Yeah, there's definitely less mass up front. We'll see how it feels once we get your light and stuff on there.
Yeah.
But,
let me see here. Oh yeah. Yeah, you definitely got some mass up here in the front. There,
yeah.
Boy.
And the profile of that barrel looks like more of a pencil profile. So that probably saves you half a pound or a pound or so. I think this is an M4 profile barrel in a pistol configuration, so it's a shorter, it's 11.5 inch barrel. So it's a rather thick profile barrel. But yeah, let's get this piece of garbage out of here. Yeah, so this
Force.
gun, in theory, should work right now. Let's
Yeah.
test to see if it will lock back. We're gonna press down the bolt catch, run the action. All right, that works. Paddle it. There we go.
Like the ambidextrous bolt that carries it there.
I do too.
You can just sit there with one hand and hold it with the left and rack it right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, otherwise you would have to do that or come around and it's awkward. Yeah.
That's just
yeah. Rip magazine out, new magazine in. Yeah. I really like what you got going on here, I have to admit.
yeah.
Yeah.
I like it too.
I'm a little jelly. Your brace. It's just sick. Yeah, let's go ahead and do your AFG and maybe your optic, maybe your light.
You know, all the other goodies in here.
So I'll tell you my preference is to run the AFG.
That was weird.
You gotta let it click in. Yeah. Otherwise it'll run over the other settings. My preference is to run the AFG as forward as possible. You got yourself a little bit of a hand stop there. So I think we should do that. I think we should start with it right up
It
there.
won't go because of the barrel muzzle. So you have to play with it a little bit.
That should be there.
Right there, yeah.
Yeah.
I had it somewhere. It wouldn't lock in.
And you know how the M-lock stuff works?
Yeah, it's got to basically be sideways in the center plate.
Yeah, let's
Squeezes
see you
it.
do it. You got tools right there. Put it where you want it.
Yeah, I like it there. So it's kind of got long arms and stuff, you know. That's
Yeah,
where I feel
I'd want it
comfortable
as
holding it.
far forward as possible as well.
It's alright. I'll get home. I'll go ahead and tighten that all the way up. It looks like it's hit my barrel. It's tight. I mean,
So with M-lock stuff, you don't have to tighten it a whole bunch. You're supposed to get it to where it's like a quarter turn from being tight, and then the M-lock bolt or the M-lock head on the inside sucks into the rail. You don't have to tighten it a whole lot after that. Is it actually pressing into the
Yeah,
barrel?
yeah.
Okay, that's not good. Then it's not free floated if it's pressing into it. Yeah, so yeah, it does touch right there immediately right at that point.
could grind that down when I get home and shit.
You can grind that shit down right now. That's what we got files for, baby. I got a treat for you. I got a treat especial. Get out the old vice. Yeah. I bought this thing and it doesn't fit. When? Get a file out. You know, this is one of the oldest and most important tools in any arsenal.
Yeah, file.
The file. This is the tool to make other tools with. You know how to make a file?
Do I know how to make a file?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the way that you do it is you need another tool to make a file. You need to have a chisel. So you have to make a chisel to make a file, and then when you get a chisel, then you can heat another piece of steel up, and you take your chisel and you stamp little indentations in it, and that's what makes your thing. So and then you quench it, harden it, and then you've got a file. So you need something to make a nice hot fire with, and then a hammer, and then you can make a chisel, and you can make a file. And then with the file, you can do all kinds of fun, groovy shit. I mean, wrong. Amateurs. Do it.
It is nice.
Excuse me, let me, and I would actually bring this back one more. So the longer the sight radius is, the better it is, in the sense that if you think you are on, you are more on with the longer sight radius. Yeah, so now you're still able to get everything here, but it's just that much, a little bit closer. It's a good looking rifle there, boy.
Is it? Not
It
bad,
is.
huh?
It really is a good looking rifle. I mean, right now, you could just stop right now. You could just stop right now, and this thing, the only thing, my only complaint would be, you got all this like little OD green things. It needs a little OD green something right here. You're gonna have this, but it needs a little something. You could do that.
The outline of the state, you know? That'd be pretty cool.
So you can go back as far as that with that. The nice thing about the holographics is it, like with the sight radius, how you want it to be as long as possible. You essentially want the front sight to be as far away from the rear sight and your eye as possible. You don't have to do that with this. Like red dot sights, it makes sense to put them out further sometimes. Whereas with the holographics, it can be right up on your eye and it's just as accurate right up on your eye. If the dot is there and you have your dot on your target and you're sighted in, you pull the trigger, that's where the bullets are going. So that's the kind of advantage to the hollow sights. So putting this all the way up here, I think that would be a waste because it's taking it away from the center of gravity. I think right there. If you can stand to have the buttons obstructed a little bit by the sights, otherwise you can put it up just a little bit further. So that's up to you. I would say if you can get it back further, if you can stand to have it back further, there you go.
Right there, huh?
Yeah, that'll work. And then we want to push it forward because recoil is going to want to kick it.
Right.
When it kicks, it's going to kick back, so which will move it forward. So push it forward.
Then tighten.
Yeah.
Not bad.
I do miss.
Getting a little heavier.
I do miss this about. I think that was so cool. I love that about the 512s. Like it's double A's, but that's sick. I love that.
But double A's is more common to come across than watch batteries.
Mm-hmm.
So if something hits the fan, and I might be able to come across some double A's that are better than.
Yeah, that's definitely true. I want to say that's like 200 hours or 300 hours of life or something like that.
So look, looks like we only have one more thing to do now.
Which is your flishty flashty. Man, that's a good looking package right there. Man.
Here, we got the Aero.
Another thing is you can totally
If you wanna
run
know
this.
how the
You can totally run this
with the
with the rear sight up.
So
I
push it
actually have this all the way. I always leave mine down because if I have to use this, it's probably going to be at nighttime anyway, and it lets me see more of the inside of the optic. But right now, if you look through it, get a sight picture with your irons, and then glance at where your red dot sight is at.
It looks like it's like right above it.
Mm-hmm. So we can adjust that right now. We could make it pretty close just by this. Lumens. Yeah, I actually don't know why I'm doing this because neither the optic or the sights are sighted in, but you get the point. Sick platform, great choices. I love it. Yeah, I like everything about it. Dude, I think you spent everything you needed to spend to get a dope system. I think you got a dope system here. The thing that sucks about this pressure cap is lightly pressing it doesn't turn it on. It's the opposite. It's turning it on and then lightly pressing it will turn it off. But, so I don't like that about this Feiachi. I wish it was a light press on would initiate it, full click and release would turn it on, and then At that point, light clicks would turn it off, perhaps, but you can't just like momentary on. There's no momentary on with this. There's full click on, momentary off, and then full click off. So that kind of sucks. There is momentary on, but only if you use the pressure switch. Yeah, so I think that where the benefit of this is you can run the light forward of your grip, but that also puts it forward of the muzzle, which is fine, but it's gonna make it look forward of the muzzle, which is.
It won't mess up the light though, the flash and.
No, it won't mess up the light, but what it's gonna do is
make it look a little weird.
I run my light offset. I got a cantilever offset mount, it's M-lock as well. But you'll notice that the light has a lot of. Through the muzzle brake, you get not only do you get concussion and flash and carbon, but there's high velocity particulate, and so you see that strikes the bezel there.
Yeah, and it's like polishing it out. It looks like kind of wearing away
now,
the finish. If
I were to have this recessed back, and you can actually see a little bit with this, it dirties up the lens, and what can actually happen is that lens over time, if you let that stuff sit on the lens, it can etch the lens. It's like acidic or whatnot.
Yeah. So it starts.
So you'll be protected if you're out next to it or in front of it. Just how do you want to run your light, essentially. The nice thing about the pressure switch is it doesn't have to be in a place where you can hit it with your thumb. With mine, I have to hit mine right here. The thing is putting it right here instead of going here. You put it here, nice and secure, and then it'll be kind of back further than whatchamadoodle. Although that could look pretty cool too. I like this Aero lower, man. I really like the Aero lower. It's not a great trigger, but it's also still better than an HK was. That HK's trigger was god up.
Stuff we did back in the day.
Alright, so that's not pressing on the barrel right now, right?
No.
Awesome. Very fancy, very, very fancy.
Pretty fancy?
Let me take a look at this. Wow, look at this. Feels good, feels good. Alright, so we got a pew pew. It's got that new gun smell. Like you pull it back and it almost smells like burning because like the metal is grinding in and
it's like a new car smell. New gun smell.
Okay. We got a function check. Yup, okay. Safety.
I was like, what are you trying to do?
Well, I'm used to having my thing right there. It spoils you.
They're like, oh yeah, I gotta push that button there.
Yeah, I like that. And then you got your flashlight up there so you can pop it on. Okay.
In case you need to do that ambidextrous. You got a sling, so if you got to move the sling over, you can move the sling over.
Yeah. Guys, this is a pretty cool little package here. Aero Precision, Palmetto State, lots of mag pull fixins. Got the KAK Shockwave pistol brace, version 2 with the adjustable brace on it. My old school EOTech 512, powered by the venerable AA batteries. And
little magazine.
mag pull flip-up sights, Faiachi light, and be curious to know how that worked out for you. It's got a cantilever mount. It'll also mount directly to the rail. This is just kind of the setup that we saw fit to install it as tonight. And of course, the star of the show, the belle of the ball, the Radian Raptor charging handle and the Radian Talon ambidextrous, 45-degree short throw, selector lever. Tell us what you think of it. How do you think you did for your first AR?
I think it's pretty good. I think it's a nice start. Not too fancy, but not too basic. Little middle of the run. Should get the job done pretty well though.
Yeah, I look forward to shooting it. We'll keep you guys
Alright.
updated. We'll go and take it out, do
We'll
a range
compare 'em.
day with it. We can compare. We can compare my rifle build versus his rifle build. And by rifle, I definitely mean pistol. They're set up similarly, but yeah, yours is definitely feels a little bit lighter than mine. I think.
Yeah, I kind of feel that.
I think mine feels better. I like mine better than yours.
It does feel lighter. Mine definitely does feel a little bit more slimmed down.
I definitely recommend you checking out the Tactical Link battery device there. I really, really like it.
Yeah, I definitely gonna look into that. I definitely like the option to be able to do it all right here, you know.
Yeah, it means you can do it either
Yeah.
side, any way you like. Yeah, and always, you know, you never want to forget your love and your peace.
I'll have to customize mine a little bit later.
Yeah, just don't write your and then go and shoot an innocent man while he's begging for his life in a Las Vegas hotel as a police officer.
Yeah. Why? I mean, you can get compensation. They get $30,000 a year now, and he claims PTSD.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's employed by the same department.
This is definitely not going in the video, but yeah, that's a shame.
Yeah, I like it. Looks good.
Dude, I love it.
I got to put my sling on and stuff, but we'll worry about that later.
Do want to give a shout out to Alex with Strictly Plinking. He did his 1,500 subscriber giveaway. It's his kind of big oorah subscriber giveaway. I think it's going to be his last subscriber giveaway, so I feel very privileged to have won that. He did a little bit of a show and tell guessing game where he had one of his firearms, probably, and he was manipulating the action of it, and he did this off camera, and he gave you some good manipulating the safeties, racking the action, and we had to figure out what gun he was doing that with. And I was able to spend way too much time listening to his other videos and came up with the right answer. And among several other people that did, I won the drawing, and that was for a really cool prize with the COVID-19 pandemic. A lot of small businesses have been in trouble. Not as much business has been going their way. So his idea was to essentially do like a $50 gift card to go out and support a local business. Justin and I went to Las Cascadas, that is local to me, and it's a nice little Mexican restaurant. And we got some enchiladas and some fajitas and good stuff. Now, we may or may not have had a margarita or so, and some queso. It was good stuff. We want to thank you, Strictly Plinking. My audience, if you haven't checked out Strictly Plinking, he does a lot of fun content. He seems like a really good guy. Also does some motorcycle stuff and general outdoors kind of stuff. So check out Strictly Plinking, and congratulations, Alex, to 1,500 subscribers. That's awesome. And hopefully I will be well on my way to that as well soon, so I envy you.
Go ahead and click the links below and like and subscribe.
Yeah, definitely. Welcome to the club, Justin.
Look at that Texas Star, baby.
You left me hanging, dude. Just how can you do that on my channel? Welcome to the club, Justin.
Thank you, bro.
But yeah, I look forward to having a range day, and we can get the pistols out and you know, shoot some cans or something fun like that.
Oh yeah, I got the 509 and I haven't even shot yet.
Yeah, let's take a look at those. Yeah, I mean, let me just
bought this 509.
And I have my, of course, the venerable FNS 9. There we go. So yeah, he just bought a 509, and it's very exciting. So we'll get these out, and we'll maybe do a compare and contrast with them. lots of fun, good stuff. We did review the 509 a little bit previously on the channel. You can check out the links in the doobly-doo. But yeah, I'm happy to say that now you've got a nice, capable, modern, semi-automatic polymer 9mm handgun, and we want to make sure to keep it dangerous, so we're gonna load this baby back up. Thanks a lot, and definitely
Enjoy.
Do the things, do all the things.
All the cool stuff, this stuff,
Yeah.
that stuff.
Thank you for watching.